Congratulations on purchasing your Rambo bike. Today, we're going to show you step by step how to assemble your Rambo bike. This is the box that your Rambo bike will come in. Inside, you'll find a small box containing your charger, pedals, reflectors, extra nuts and bolts for attaching your fender and brake light, and a toolkit with everything you'll need to assemble your bike. Your first step will be to remove the bike from the box and then removing all the packaging material from the bike. When doing any work on your Rambo bike, you should start by removing the battery. This includes the initial assembly. If you don't have a bike stand, we recommend using the edge of your Rambo box to hold the bike upright. To attach the handlebars, you need to start by removing the handlebar clamp with a 5mm Allen wrench. Place the handlebars into the stem and replace the handlebar clamp and use your 5mm Allen wrench to tighten the bolts down. You'll want to tighten the bolts down in a cross pattern, that way there is equal spacing between the top and bottom of the clamp. For the seat post, you'll want to add some general purpose grease. Start by removing the seat post and add some lubrication inside the seat post tube. After applying, you can reinsert the seat post, and you'll want to make sure that the seat post clamp is tight enough so it doesn't move from side to side. We recommend installing the fender before installing the front tire. To do so, start by removing the headlight by undoing the bolt with a 5mm Allen wrench and a 10mm open-ended wrench. Then place the front fender in front of the forks along with the headlight and reinsert the bolt. You can then tighten it back down with a 5mm Allen wrench and a 10mm open-ended wrench. Next, at the bottom of the forks, you can use your M5 by 12mm bolts provided to tighten down the fenders on both sides of the forks with a 4mm Allen wrench and an 8mm open-ended wrench. Once you have the fender tightened and in place, you can reconnect the cables by aligning the two arrows and then pushing them together. Next, you'll want to rotate the LCD screen downward. You may need to loosen it with a 2.5mm Allen wrench. This is to help protect the screen when you flip the bike upside down to attach the front wheel. Start by removing the front wheelbase plate with a 16mm open-ended wrench, and then removing the protected rubber axle end caps from the front wheel, and also removing the plastic piece between the brake caliper. Loosen the axle nuts on both sides of the wheel and then insert the wheel between the front forks. Be sure the washers are on the outside of the forks and to line the brake rotor between the pads and the caliper when inserting the wheel. You can then hand tighten down the axle nuts and then use a 15mm open-ended wrench to tighten them the rest of the way down. Next, you'll be attaching the bike pedals. You'll see that they're marked left and right. This is very important because the left pedal is reverse threaded. Start by adding lubrication to the inside of the left crank arm, then you can insert the left pedal into the crank arm and rotate it counterclockwise to tighten. Then use a 15mm wrench to tighten it the rest of the way down. Follow these steps for the right pedal, except rotating it clockwise to tighten. The last couple adjustments you'll want to do to make sure that the handlebars are tightened. To do this, stand over the front tire holding it between your legs and try to turn the handlebars from side to side. If they move independently from the tire, you can then tighten the two bolts on either side of the stem with a 5mm Allen wrench. You can now rotate your LCD screen back in position and tighten it down with a 2.5mm Allen wrench. After completing these steps and your battery is fully charged, you can then reattach your battery to your bike. You are now ready to ride your Rambo bike. In order to attach the rear brake light, you must have the extra large rear rack attachment for your bike. If you do have the rear rack attachment, we have a separate video showing you how to install the rear rack and brake light. You can find the link to this video in the description. Before you head out, we highly encourage you to watch our quick before you ride video. This will help show you how to properly set up and operate your bike before your first ride. Congratulations again on purchasing your Rambo bike.